Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Coral and that is my Snapchat and I can't find my phone, it's under a pile of books. Welcome to my freshly painted bedroom. I don't know because you know when I film things in my bedroom and I watch them as I'm editing them, I'm like, oh my god, it looks so trashy in here because my walls are all jacked up, but I painted them and it looks really great. It's so nice at night when it's dark in here. It's so relaxing. There's Baron's Tale. So I'm here today with my book haul for April. That's the month we're in. I don't know, my brain's been weird. Like, the processing capacity is like a goldfish. Like I just forget things so easy all of a sudden. But I have here a couple little smaller hauls that make up a big haul. Like I got some things from here and I got some things from there, like, because I'm suddenly panicking about trying to support like independent booksellers and publishers that I'm really worried are going to go out of business. So that's what this book haul is, I guess. And also some stuff from Book Outlet, which I doubt will ever go out of business because it's Book Outlet. So anyways, that's enough rambling. The first book I got here, these are all going to be from Book Outlet. This is A Simple Favor by Darcy Bell. This is this story that was made into a movie recently, which I actually surprisingly really liked. I don't know, when I watched it, it was like on Hulu or HBO or something like that, so I was like, I'll watch it, and I really liked it, so I want to read the book. This is much shorter than I anticipated because it seems like a lot of story, but this is about two women who meet. One of them is kind of like a high-power businesswoman, the other one is less so. They have kind of an acquaintanceship, and then suddenly the businesswoman friend calls the other one and is like, hey, can you pick my son up from school? And then she just like never picks him up, and it evolves into like this weird series of events. And I haven't read the book, but I really like the movie, so I'm excited to see how this will turn out. So what do we have next? Next, I picked up The Cheerleaders by Cara Thomas, or Cara Thomas, I'm not sure. Cara Thomas. This is another thriller, and this is about a town that recently had a series of tragedies concerning the cheerleaders at their high school, and it seemed like the whole cheerleading squad died in different ways, and a couple years later they're trying to kind of move on from it, but the younger sister of one of these cheerleaders finds herself caught up in this mystery, I guess, surrounding what really happened to the cheerleaders. So that's all I know about this. I have another one of Cara Thomas's books that I have not read, so that's the story of my life. I also was able to find a copy of Wounds by Nathan Ballingrud. This was pretty popular. I think it was like last year when Hulu adapted one of the short stories in this collection. I think it was called, I know, where is it? The Visible Filth. And they adapted that into an adaptation called Wounds. And I don't know if I really like the adaptation because like I just couldn't figure what was going on. It seemed like it was going to be about something and then it was about something totally different, it seemed like to me. So I really like to read the short story because I've heard it's very weird, which, you know, I'm into that. So it's a collection. I don't know how many stories are in here. 6 stories. Yeah, 6 stories. Okay, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I also picked up kind of a YA sci-fi book. This is called When the Sky Fell in Splendor by Emily Henry. And this is about a small town named Splendor that has this kind of weird tragedy happen. The steel mill in their town explodes, and I'm assuming it, you know, hurts and kills some people because a little while after this town is trying to kind of recover from this tragedy, there are a group of kids who were affected by this, and they've kind of banded together and are doing these weird little like paranormal explorations and stuff, and it's just kind of like a fun thing for them to help keep their mind off of what happened. But then something paranormal does happen. I believe it's aliens. So this just sounds fun and kind of sad, and maybe like it will have some feeling to it, and also aliens. So I'm into that. Okay, I also was able to pick up a copy of Dark Dawn by J. Kristoff. This is the third book in his Nevernight series. I wanted to pick this up because I just am putting it out into the universe. I have all 3 books now, and so I can just read the series this year. And I'm hoping if I say it, it will happen because I really do want to get to this series this year. This is about well, the first book at least. I don't know what the third book's about, but the first book is about an assassin in training, and that's really all I know about it. So many people say so many great things about this, and it seems like the kind of dark fantasy that I like. So hopefully this doesn't let me down, or Nevernight doesn't let me down, I guess. Okay, I also picked up The Phoenix Empress by K. Arsenal Rivera. I need to look up the synopsis. This is a sequel, so I didn't look at the back of this, but I can't even tell you what the first one's about, so I'm just gonna read this to you. This is what the first book is called, The Tiger's Daughter. This is what the synopsis for that one is. The Hawkeran empires conquered every land within their bold reach, but failed to notice a lurking darkness festering within the people. Now their border walls begin to crumble, and villages fall to demons swarming out of the forests. Cool. Away on the Silver Steppes, the remaining tribes of the nomadic Koran retreat and protect their own land, having bartered a treaty with the Empire, exchanging inheritance through dynasties. It is up to 2 young warriors, raised together across borders since their prophesied birth, to save the world from encroaching demons. This is the story of an infamous Koran warrior, Barsalaya Shafali, a spoiled divine warrior empress, Oshizuka, and a power that can reach through time and space to save a land from a truly insidious evil. Okay, so that's what the first book is about. This is the second one, and there's a third one after this too. I honestly haven't heard a lot about this series, but it's always seemed interesting, especially because the 2 main characters in this are both women. So it's like a book about the prophesied birth of 2 women warriors, which is just very kick-ass. So this is one that I want to get to soon. I don't know if we'll get to it this year, honestly, because, you know, that's just, I don't know. I'm so bad with series, but maybe. Okay, what else? Is that it? Oh no, I also got, there's 2 more from Book Outlet here. I picked up The Mansion by Ezekiel Boone. This is a book that I have read. I had an art copy of it, and I didn't really like this book really at all, but I just like to have physical copies of the books I've read. So here it is. It was a couple bucks on Book Outlet, so I said, why the fuck not? This I did. This was one of the dumbest books I've ever read, I think. I'm sorry. I know that's kind of not very nice, but it was so pretentious. This is about, basically, there's like these 2 tech guys who've had a falling out. One of them kind of steals the technology from the one who created it, and he goes on to make this giant crazy, like, he's like Steve Jobs level tech guru dude. And the other one, oh my god, the other one is kind of like almost destitute. He doesn't have any of the IP for the stuff that he created, so he's just fucked. The guy fucked him. And then the tech guru guy reaches out to the guy he fucked and is like, hey, remember when we made this crazy technology? I need you to come help me fix the bugs from it, because this is going to be like the biggest thing ever, and like you'll get paid for doing it. So he agrees to do it. They go back to this, basically this mansion, where as college students they lived in this shack on the property while they were developing this kind of an AI system that's, it's like smart, it's like a smart house. It's a smart house, that's what it is. But the technology is kind of, it's like one of those technologies that like talks to you and stuff. I don't know, here's where I start to sound really dumb. It's like if Siri was in your whole house and was like smarter. So that's what they're developing. So it's like kind of like a haunted house story, because the mansion itself has weird history, and also like the AI might have ulterior motives. So I don't know if that sounds interesting to you, because I will admit the plot does sound interesting, but the way it pans out was not good. It was like it was trying to be The Shining. I don't know. It wasn't scary at all, and I hated all the characters. I also picked up a copy of White is for Witching by Helen Oyeyemi. This is a, I don't know, actually it's so weird because I picked this up because I've heard it talked about so many times and so many people like it, but I don't really, I can't tell you what it's about, except for that I know that there's a young woman in here, and she, I believe, has pica, which is an eating disorder where you eat like non-food items and it's kind of compulsive, and you can't really control the urges to want to do that. So she has that, and I don't know, it gets spooky, I guess. I've heard it's a quiet horror, and I like that, so I would just want to give it a try. I also won He Started It by Samantha Downing in a Goodreads giveaway at the very beginning of the month. I'm excited about this. It should come on sale any day now, it says. This is a thriller. I don't really want to read the synopsis. I know it has to do with like a family who is out of touch with each other, but they come back together because I believe their grandfather dies. And I don't know, there's some family feuding going on here. Samantha Downing also wrote My Lovely Wife, which was a big book last year. I actually read that this month, so it was like kind of weird, a weird coincidence that I happened to win this too, and I really liked My Lovely Wife, so I'm hoping I like this just as much. Okay, what's next? I bought this from bookshop.org. This is Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reed. This is like the it book of maybe the year, because who knows what the future holds for publishing. This is about a woman named Alex, and she has, I don't know what kind of job she has. It says she works for like a brand, so I don't know if she does like, I don't know, branding stuff, I guess. I don't fucking know. But she has a nanny and a young daughter, and the nanny is black, and one night she is at a grocery store with the child, and the child is white, and the woman, the nanny, gets accused of trying to abduct the child. It's like this big huge thing, and it unearths some secrets in the mother's past, I guess. That's all I know about it. That's all I really want to know about it, because you know, me. So I've heard it's good. I've heard it's good. I thought this was going to be more of a thriller, but it's classified under just like general fiction. Oh boy, this is gonna suck to edit. I also bought a couple things from Valancourt Books. If you haven't heard of them before, they're the ones who have become popular recently because they have been issuing reprints of some of the books featured in Grady Hendrix's Paperbacks from Hell. They kind of specialize in books that are out of print and stuff like that, books that are very hard to find. So they're doing some good work, and I'm worried about the state of publishing and book selling and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm worried. I always worry about everything. So I bought a couple books from them. And I encourage you to do the same thing. They have so many good ones out there, especially if you're really into horror. They have a lot of great reprints of vintage horror books, even ones that were in Paperbacks from Hell but weren't part of the series that they did. Like, these are reprints that they did before Paperbacks from Hell came out even. In fact, I believe all four of these might be in Paperbacks from Hell. Okay, the first one I got is Child's Grave by Ken Greenhall. He also wrote Hellhound, which I really liked, and I think that one was called Baxter in the UK. This is about family, and they have a young child, and the young child becomes obsessed with these like imaginary friends that she has, and I think it's a she. Yes. Wait. Him. Wait. Her. She tells her father about these imaginary friends. What am I doing? And he kind of investigates it, and it's linked to this town called Child's Grave, which is like the worst name for a town ever, and the family feels drawn to this very creepily named town, and that's all I know about it. I don't know. I would never move anywhere called Child's Grave. You are asking to be haunted. Alright, I also picked up Katy by Malcolm McDowell, and this one might be the one I'm most interested in out of these four that I bought. I'm gonna read you the synopsis because it sounds so weird. Okay, so this is Katy. It says, when Philo Drax, best name in the world, receives a letter from her wealthy grandfather saying he fears for his life at the hands of the vicious Slape family, she rushes to the rescue. But too late! Katy Slape. What kind of name is Slape? A monstrous girl. I'm sorry if your name's Slape. That was rude of me. A monstrous girl with psychic powers and a penchant for smashing skulls with her hammer has already finished him off and gotten hold of his cash. Determined to track down the murderers, Philo hunts Katy and her family through the streets of 1870s New York, where the Slape's coffers are filling up with money as their cellars fill up with corpses. But going after the Slapes might be the worst decision of Philo's life, for no one escapes the bashing of Katy's hammer. It says, a bloody action-packed romp. And this really does sound like a romp. And, I don't know, it sounds so weird. I also picked up The Godsend by Bernard Taylor. This is actually his first published book, it says, which I did not know. So this is about a family who adopts a child from, I think she's just a young woman who abandoned their infant at their house coincidentally. And strange things start happening after this baby is adopted by this family, and they think, no, it couldn't be, she's just a baby, but maybe she's an evil baby. And I also picked up Burnt Offerings by Robert Marasco, and this is a really classic haunted house story. This is about a family who lives in the city. They live in New York City, and they kind of want to get away for the summer. They come upon this offer that's like really too good to be true. It's an offer to rent this house for the whole summer season for $900. Which seems like it's kind of a lot still, but maybe not if you consider that that might be like 3 months. Anyway, there's one stipulation though, and that is that there's an old woman living in this house, and they have to kind of care for her, but it's like she can care for herself. They're just like make her meals and stuff and she'll be good. But like she may not be good. She might be evil granny. So evil town, evil hammer swinger, evil baby, evil granny. That's what we got going on. I also got Eden by Tim Levin. This was part of this month's Nightworms package. I didn't make an unboxing video this month. And this is some sort of like eco horror. There's like this team that's sent in to explore Eden because basically humanity has destroyed everything except for some areas, and Eden is one of those areas. So people are sent in to explore, and that's all I know about it. And they also sent the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, which I would grab. It's like 5 feet away from me, but I just don't want to. I'm currently reading that right now, and I really like it so far. That's by Grady Hendrix, and that is about a little Southern book club of basically housewives, mothers, and they read true crime stories. It's kind of funny at the very beginning. The main character is a part of this kind of like posh, pretentious book club where they're only reading the great works, and she just can't get into the book that they're supposed to be reading, and another member of the book club's like, hey, psst. She's like, you want to read something good? You know? And then it's like about an axe murder, and then they just, yeah, create this true crime book club basically, which is just so funny. I have here The Wanting by Campbell Black. This is about a family who takes a summer vacation, and while they're on vacation, something like possesses their son and makes him evil. I mean, a lot of these mass market paperbacks don't have great synopsises on the back. This is Night Touch by Stephen Gresham. This one is about a group of friends. One of them is blind and ugly, apparently. Luckily, his friends still like him, even though he's blind and ugly. Some dude comes in, he's like, you have the night touch. And apparently then the blind child starts to see things in his mind, and I don't know if it's like psychic stuff or like telekinesis or what, but I guess I'll find out once I read this. Okay, this one is Half Moon Down by Stephen Gresham. Oh, I didn't even realize that it's another Stephen Gresham book. Oh yeah, I guess I should say I bought these last 4 here from an Etsy store I found called A Bridge to Hell, and they have a good selection on there. The only complaint I have is that there are pictures of the fronts, but I wish the owner would also take pictures of the spines, because I would equally stay away from more and also be confident enough in the condition to buy more of them, actually. That's probably more of the case, but this is about a young boy. He's had a terribly tragic past. His house burned down and his parents were killed. Oh, it doesn't say anywhere about it burning down. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. Anyways, so he thinks Satan's coming for him. That's all I know about this. This is a great zebra horror cover. Who knows if it will be good though. That's okay. That's how it rolls. That's how it is. This one I'm really interested in actually reading though. This is Miss Phinney Kills Now and Then by Al Dempsey. And this is about an old lady who has this, is it a curse or is it a power? I don't know. But when she kills people, she kind of absorbs their vitality and she becomes younger. So she only kills now and then, which makes me assume that maybe she's kind about it. 'Cause it's not like, I don't know, maybe she ends up getting greedy, or does she wait until she's very old? The synopsis, it says she's waited until she's wheelchair bound, so like she might need some help this time. And that just sounds so weird and very much it sounds like a cheesy horror, so I'm excited about this one. Next I found Hocus Pocus by Jack Scaparo. This is a hard to find book, and it's in pretty darn good condition. This is another really great zebra horror cover, and this is just like, it seems like a very run-of-the-mill, weird, goofy book about a child who has special psychic powers. Very original, Jack. And then the last one here, this is it. This is the end. This is Big Girl by Tom Metzger and Richard P. Scott. This is another one that I have been looking for a long time and have had a hard time finding any copy, let alone one that is like in my price point, you know what I mean? I'm gonna read the synopsis of this because it sounds so weird and I don't quite understand what it's gonna be about. It says, Mary Cupp isn't just a big girl, she's big girl. A queen-sized package of beauty and brawn that men are dying to get their hands on. That includes the meter man, the minister, the mugger, the social worker, and even her own big daddy. What the fuck does that mean? That's just fine with big girl, because she can't wait to get her hands on them either. And once she has them, she can do the big fun. Some girl, big girl. What the fuck? I don't know what's going on here. Oh, and I don't know how I'm gonna do the synopsis of all these, but I also picked up some of the V.C. Andrews books I'm missing from my collection. Some of these are Landry series, and I think some of these are from the Logan series. Yeah. I'm really sad that I let go of those from my teenage years, but stupidly I was like, I'm never gonna read those trashy books again, and now I'm like, why didn't I keep those trashy books? Anyways, that is what I have here. I'm gonna have to put all these away now. Cool. Thank you so much for watching. There's Baron. I hope you're all doing well, staying safe and healthy if you can, which I know a lot of people can't, and that's okay. But if you can, consider maybe looking up some of your favorite publishers, your favorite independent booksellers. That includes people like shops on Etsy that resell books. At least I consider that the same thing. Consider your indie bookstores, your independent booksellers, your favorite publishers. So if you can, it's really good to support people like that right now. Anyways, but like I said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're all healthy and staying safe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!